Another very interesting fight on the card is the Devin Haney fight. Now, before we go to that, I've got to say, I've never really, I know it sounds crazy because he's been the lightweight champion of the world, I've never really been, he never really set me on fire.
Yeah.
When he beat the Australian kid,
Kambosos,
I thought Kambosos, how Kambosos ever beat Lopez, I'll never know.
Yep.
Brave enough, but very limited. I know he was massive at the weight, but he never ever, I never looked at him and thought to myself, oh, you're looking at an absolutely top flight fighter there.
Yep.
What he looked like you were looking at was a big lad at the weight.
Yep.
And when he fought Lomachenko, I mean, I don't care what anyone says, Lomachenko beat him.
Yeah, I completely agree, mate. I've never been a massive Devin Haney fan. Again, sometimes getting back to that American thing, sometimes these Americans, especially post-Mayweather, everyone's looking for the next Mayweather. Is he the new Mayweather?
Yeah.
Is he the next Mayweather? And sometimes they get a little bit built up, they get a little bit, listen, clearly a very good fighter, but again, another one of these guys who's gone through the divisions in terms of weight.
Is he a really good fighter? That's the question I'm saying.
Well,
I think he's very painted by numbers for me.
I think he is a good fighter. He's very good at what he does, isn't he? He's very good at what he does. He's sharp. He understands what he does well and what he doesn't do well when he tries to stick to his plans.
That's what I'm saying, painting by numbers.
But he's very good at it.
Yeah, no, I'd say that. Tell us about his opponent.
So Brian Norman Jr., 28-0. I think he's got 22, 23 stoppages. Decent fighter. Yeah, very, very, very good box fighter, I would say.
Yeah.
Potentially, I think this could be tricky for Haney.
Because at 147, he's not going to be massive anymore, is he?
He's not going to be massive. And that's, again, gets back to what I was saying about Benavidez. These guys that come up in weight and they're weight bullies, against Regis Prograde, Devin Haney outweighed him on the night by like 15 pounds, coming at 165 when he's made 140. Now, Norman probably won't be that heavy, but he will be big, he will be sturdy, and he can punch. And we've seen, obviously, Haney got dropped against Garcia, didn't like it, don't really like getting hit back, which is partly why he fights with the style that he fights with. So I think this could be really tricky. I mean, I'm favouring Haney, but I really want Norman to win. I like Norman, he's a decent fighter, I like his style.
Do you know something that's interested me about Haney as well? Now I know you had the controversy about him making the weight and Garcia not making the weight,
Yep.
but if I'm being perfectly honest, I don't rate Garcia either.
No.
Right? I mean, don't get me wrong, fast hands and all that can bang a little bit. I'm not saying he's a bad fighter, but he's not a great fighter.
Yep.
But what was interesting to me in that fight was that when it started to go wrong for Haney, it went very, very wrong.
Absolutely.
He wasn't the kind of kid who could pick himself up, dust himself up, and he looks all at sea. And I wonder if he gets tagged again, whether the old memories might start kicking in.
Mate, I completely agree. Again, one of these protected American superstars who's very, very, very quick to start complaining to the referee and looking like he's going to burst into tears in the ring. Look, Brian Norman...
What does that say about modern fighters, Frank?
Well, mate, Brian Norman Jr. is a very real fighter.
Yeah.
He's going to bring it.
Yeah. That superstar status too quick, though, it's a very, very good point. Because you see this, don't you, with a few fighters. I mean, Teofimo Lopez is a great example, right? Teofimo Lopez, absolutely superb fighter.
Yep.
Beats Lomachenko. I picked that fight, I was very proud of that pick.
Yeah.
Then goes and loses to Kambosos. It's like, how does that happen? Of course, you got carried away, didn't you, son?
Of course, without
you got
a doubt.
carried away with your son.
Yep.
I think this Devin Haney kid's the same.
Well, you know what? I mean, I don't quite see it like that. I think Teofimo Lopez is obviously, for me, is a more talented fighter than Devin Haney. I think Haney, again, in this sort of post-Mayweather era, has been built up because he was blasting through these people at the lighter weights when he had these massive physical advantages. And I actually don't think he's ever been as good. Personally, I think Lomachenko beat Haney. Obviously, we saw what Teofimo did with Lomachenko. I just don't think he's ever really been as good as he thinks he is, or he's been built up to be.
Well, look at what Lomachenko did to Kambosos.
For sure.
It's very tricky to cross-reference fighters, styles and all that.
Absolutely, for sure. But, mate, I've been sitting here, before we started chatting, I was thinking about Haney, points.
You're not anymore, are you, Frank?
No, I'm not, mate. No.
I've pulled you around to my way of thinking, haven't I?
I'm going Norman.
I think the kid's got a mind bomb that's going to go off, mate.
I'm going Norman. You know what? I'm actually going to go for Norman by stoppage. I think he punches hard enough and he's sharp enough to catch Haney. Haney's got this tendency to jab and drop his hand.
I'll be honest with you, you've said it exactly right.
Yeah.
I've seen the guy's style. I just don't think he's. I think what you say is correct. I think he's been a weight bully.
Yeah.
Things have gone his way because of it. The moment they haven't gone his way, I just think he's one of them ones that when it starts going wrong, it'll go wrong very quickly. And I tell you why I say that as well.
Yeah.
Because when you know my thing, isn't it? That fighters can either be very bright or a little bit straightforward, and either one of those guys is good.
Yeah.
I find him somewhere midway up the spectrum.
Yeah,
I think he'll have a little chit chat with himself and say, "Do I really need this?"
Yeah.
What's your pick?
My pick is Norman, stoppage 9-12.
Late
Stoppage.
legs start getting a bit wobbly.
Late stoppage.
Picks him up.
Yep. Probably gets outboxed early, gets into it in the mid rounds, starts landing a few bombs, starts picking up on a few of Haney's mistakes, and Haney just don't like it up him. Mate, to coin a phrase, he don't like it up him, mate.
No, that is superb. That was Dad's Army.
It was.
Right, so you've heard it from the Oracle. Devin, if you're watching it, we don't think you like it up, yeah? But well done, sir. So late round stoppage for the other kid then?
Definitely, mate.
Yeah.
Yo people, it's James DeGale. You're watching 662 Boxing, where champions are made.
This episode of Burf and Greavesie is sponsored by J.M. Clark. That's plant hire you can trust.